Singing the Indiana Jones theme tune.
Yeah.
Hey, Merry Christmas! It's probably not Christmas by the time you're watching this, but it's Christmas Eve as we're recording it, and as a Christmas tradition that seemed to have started last year, me and my sister are doing collabs. This is Holly.
Hi.
She has a channel called My Adult Life.
Yeah.
It's mostly a booktube channel, so talking about books, and you review books, and what else do you do? Do you talk about...
I cook things occasionally.
Cook things?
Occasionally. Talk about books, talk about writing.
Yep.
And do a couple of play reviews every now and again.
So, we've just recorded a book review for her channel. We've recorded a book review of a Doctor Who book, because I do Doctor Who stuff occasionally. So go check that out. We'll put the link up above us, one side or the other. And now we're going to do a video here for my channel. And we're going to do something about young adult books. So,
it's been on various channels on BookTube. I'll give Phil the links to where it started. But basically, I'm going to show Phil the cover of 5 YA books, and he's going to tell me what he thinks it's about. If he gets close, then he gets a point. If he goes completely off track, hopefully it'll be funny. He doesn't get a point. Yeah.
So now I've got to decide whether or not I'm going to go for getting it right and getting the points. I'm quite competitive. Or if I go for the wacky one answers. We'll see.
We'll see.
See how it goes.
We'll see. So I'll show you this one first, which Phil will be able to put up on the screen.
I will put it up on the screen.
So
Okay,
what do you think
so
this is about?
Sarah J. Maas, A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's got a woman in a very
Don't you describe it? It's going to be
it's
like
right there. Yeah, I know, but I'm going through my thought process. Okay, right. So this woman is some kind of sorceress who is in this world which is all red, because that's what the cover is, and all the trees are black. And A Court of Thorns and Roses. And this land is covered with thorns and roses. This is actually a lot more difficult than I thought. I know this is a series that you love. I've heard you talk about this. I've even watched one of your reviews and I can't remember what happens in it. It was a year ago or so that I watched that review. Okay, can you give me the name of the character? Is that allowed? That's not allowed.
No,
okay.
No, that is allowed. I'm just struck.
You can't remember.
My brain.
I thought this was one of your favourite books.
It is my favourite books. Why is my brain frozen? Brain is frozen. Oh my god. Freya.
Okay.
Freya. I'm going with Freya, and if I'm wrong, guys, you can stop me in the comments. My brain's not working. I've read too many books.
I can't get anything. I'm gonna have to abandon the getting it. I'm guessing I'm nowhere near for that.
No.
Right. So let's abandon the going for getting it right, because that's clearly not happening. So Freya is a person who's into leather bondage S&M, and she is a lawyer, and she goes to court, and there's this court case which is Thorns versus Roses, 2 families who are feuding and having a court case, and and she's their lawyer, but she's into S&M with the bondage gear that's on the cover. And she has an affair with the judge, and the case gets thrown out, and she loses the case for her clients because of it, and her life falls into despair, and then there's a cliffhanger for the next book.
Ironically, that's more close.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
the bondage bit or the court case?
Not the court case.
Okay.
It's a very, very loose retelling of Beauty and the Beast.
Right.
So you've got Freya, who lives in the human realm, and she kills a wolf who actually ends up to be a fae creature. So a beast comes along and says, as your penance for killing one of us, I'm going to take you with me to my, castle-y place. And then it kind of happens a lot, not a lot really happens, but like she gets like to know the Fey creatures and like gets to know, and then she starts falling in love with Tamlin, who is the Beast.
Okay, yeah,
So she starts falling in love with
Stockholm
Tamlin.
Syndrome, Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast, they have a lot of sex, which
Right.
is where you're closer to. And the rival families come in book 2 as well. You have rival families.
Oh.
So that comes in a bit in the book of the series, so that's why you're a little bit closer as well.
Cool. Can I have half a point for
You
all
can
these
have half a point
coincidences?
for all these coincidences.
Nice. Cool.
So,
What's the next one? Okay, so Vampire Academy VA. I think this is clearly a Hogwarts for vampires. Yeah?
yeah.
Oh, cool. There we go. I suppose what could happen in it? So, this person on the front cover, let's just call her, I'll make up a name. Let's call her June. Wouldn't it be weird if I got the name right? I bet I haven't. June is a new student at the Vampire Academy. She gets a letter and Hagrid knocks on her door and goes, "You're a vampire, June!" And she gets flown off, not via broomstick, but via bats to go to the Vampire Academy, which is in Scotland. I don't know why. They have to, at this Vampire Academy, they get trained, obviously have classes in vampirism, like biting 101 and flavouring blood. That's like the cooking class. What other classes do vampires do? Flying, turning transmogrification into bats. And she falls in love with a fellow student we shall call Tracy. But Tracy is from a rival sect of vampires, so it's a bit like a Romeo and Juliet story where the two families don't want them to be together because their families have hated each other for millennia. And actually, millennia is just like the same 5 people because they're vampires and they live forever. But they, and then it plays out like Romeo and Juliet, but with vampires.
I'll give you half a point.
Okay, cool. What did I get right?
Half a point. Okay, so you got Vampire School, right?
Is Tracy in it?
No, Tracy is not in it, unfortunately. That would have been cute. Okay, so there is 3 different types of vampires. The Strigoi, which are the evil vampires. They're the classic ones. They drink human blood. They can't go in the sunlight. You kill them with a stake through the heart. Classic vampires. Then you have the Moroi, which are vampires, but they're vampire magic users. If a Moroi takes a life, then they become a Strigoi. So they feed off people, but they don't kill them.
Okay.
They just feed.
But still blood.
Still blood.
Right.
And they have different types of magic that they can then learn and practice. And then you have the Dianthirs, which are half human, half Moroi. And they're known as guardians. So they're stronger and faster and have better senses than the Moroi. Because they're not... I don't know why. It just kind of happens. So their job is to forever guard the Moroi. So this is about 2 best friends who...
Tracy and June.
Tracy and June, no. Lissa and Rose. So they go to the school where Rose trains how basically to kill vampires and Lissa trains to use magic. And basically the whole entire story is them trying to figure out who is out for Lissa. Because someone's out to kill Lissa. Because they killed the rest of the family and she's the last.
Okay.
She's the last of that family bloodline. And that's kind of where it starts off. And then it starts off with a big war between the Strigoi and...
Oh, cool. So what do they get the half point for? It being like a Hogwarts for...
It being like a Hogwarts.
Okay, cool.
That's what we got the half point
Cool.
for. Which, is the title, but I'll still give you the half
Yeah,
point.
that's pretty obvious for the title, really.
But you're on the point.
Okay, cool. Some of these look interesting covers with lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, no, but where's the fun in that?
But that's more fun.
Okay.
With lots of stuff going on.
Okay, I'll
in the covers.
do Mistborn the Final Empire.
Okay, so Mistborn Book 1, The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. It also says on the front, what if the Dark Lord won? Well, the Dark Lord to me is Voldemort. That's the only one I've ever known as the Dark Lord. So right off the bat, I'm going to stick Voldemort in this story. And say it's a Harry Potter spin-off. An unofficial one, obviously, because it's not written by J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
And these buildings look a bit like medievally, so maybe like somewhere in Europe. And there's been Voldemort has travelled back in time, and
That sounds familiar.
yeah. Shh, keep the secrets. Voldemort has travelled back in time to medieval Europe, where these lovely buildings are, and there's a big tower in the background, so that is his base of operations. He has taken over Europe, and this person in the front looks like, it's difficult to tell, could be a woman. Let's say it's a woman. She has this blue swirly thing. Let's say she has sea controlling wizard powers. She can control the sea. She has an affinity with the sea, and so she goes against the Dark Lord, who is trying to change time, i.e. Voldemort, and she floods the town he's in to try and kill him. But obviously, it says what the Dark Lord wants, so he wins. End of story.
0 points. They're very funny. Okay, so this is set after a tyrant has taken over a world. It's a different fantasy world, different planet, way off.
He has magic.
He does have magic. The magic in this book is system set with metals. So you ingest metal and then you burn it in your stomach and it creates different things. So like pewter makes you really strong and it makes you heal really quickly. Iron is for pulling metals towards you. I think steel's for pushing metals away to you. I've read this book in like 3 years. And you have different metals that do different things. So the people that can use these metals are called Mistborns. And they can use all of the metals that they know of.
Okay.
So all 11 metals they can know of to do all the different things. Then you have Mistlings who can only use one metal. So you could have a Mistling who only uses pewter, so can only make themselves really strong. So this is about an orphan called Vin that finds out she is a Mistborn. And Kelsier, who knows he's a Mistborn, Kelsier escapes from a mining place where he's been left from the Dark Lord and starts to set up a number of heists, which then turn into a rebellion. And
So they're trying to overthrow the Dark Lord.
they're trying to overthrow the Dark Lord. That is his main place of operations.
I don't even get half a point for that.
Not half a point. You can get like a quarter of a point.
0.1 of a point.
You can get 0.1 of a point for knowing that the big tower of evil is the evil guy's lair.
Okay.
But
And there's no time travel involved.
no time travel involved. Yeah,
Cool.
that's
Okay, so didn't do very well on that one.
no, but it's basically like a heist type thing as well because they're all criminals.
Yeah.
That are trying to overthrow the evil king.
Cool.
Lord.
Right. Alex by Pierre
I don't know. It's
Lemaitre.
French.
So this person in this cover must be Alex, I'm presuming. And that's not much to go on. Frankly, that's all I've got to go on.
Do
For
you want me
this
to give you the other cover?
yeah.
So that's the cover that I picked up.
I could just make up a random story about somebody called Alex, but
This is the
that's a
other
little
cover.
bit. Okay, we're back into the S&M. Someone has, well,
Well, decapitated hands, really?
I didn't. Well, no, I was just looking at that bit. Okay, minus the decapitated hands, my mind instantly went to bondage and that face not being a scream but enjoyment. Okay, I'll try and think of something else then, as we've already done the bondage route anyway.
What do you read in your spare time, Phil?
Not 50 Shades of Grey.
No, the better ones do.
Right, what's that in her hat? It's like, it looks like Batman. Does that not look like Batman? It looks like Batman. Okay, right, we've got somewhere now. This is a Batman story.
A screening of that cake.
I will. We'll zoom in on Batman. That is definitely Batman. Okay, so this is a story about Alex, who lives in Gotham City, obviously, because Batman's on the cover. And someone, I can't decide if Alex is the bad guy or if Batman's gone rogue. Let's say there has been some gruesome murders and people have been tied up and had their hands decapitated, and in Gotham City. And Batman is investigating and comes across Alex, who is also investigating because it was, let's say his mum. Is it? let's go with Alex being it. Alex could be a guy or a girl, but I've gone with lots of girls in these stories so far. So let's say Alex is a boy, and his mum is one of the victims. He's investigating. Batman's investigating, and eventually, twist turns out. Batman has gone insane, and Batman is the perpetrator. Batman is the bad guy. Batman is tying people up and chopping off their hands, and Alex has to take him out.
I'll give you 0.1 of a point.
Well, you're right.
Investigating.
Oh, cool.
And gruesome deaths. So basically, you follow a detective. I cannot remember his name because
Batman.
it's C.
Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. You follow a detective who's on the look for a missing woman called Alex. So it flips between Alex being held hostage,
Right.
and the detective trying to find, and kind of what becomes linked is there's been loads of deaths by people being drowned by battery acid. Like down their throat, drowned battery acid. I'm not going to go any further into it because it's a very, very complicated book because it's a crime thriller and it won loads of awards.
It'd be better if it had Batman in it.
It would be better if it had Batman in it.
Strange angels. Okay, so it's about angels, and they are strange because this is just a woman on the cover. There's not really much to go on there, but let's go just with the title. Strange angels. They're strange because they dress up as clowns and like visit people to do clown shows, and then they're good clowns. They're angels, and they I don't know. This girl in this cover is visited by one of these clown angels, but she is scared of clowns because she saw it as a small child, and accidentally kills one of the angels, thinking that it's Pennywise, and being a bit freaked out, and then she has to go on the run from the angels who are seeking vengeance. Maybe vengeance is strong for angels. Retribution. They want to bring her to justice, basically, for killing an angel, when the angel was just trying to help. So she's on the run. You feel a bit sorry for her because she was traumatized as a kid from watching it, and yeah, so you're kind of on her side mostly, but you also feel a bit sorry that she killed an innocent angel, and it's a kind of like chase book.
0.3.
Ooh, 0.3.
0.3.
I'm guessing none of that was for the clowns.
None of that was for the clowns. So, you follow Drew, who you, reading that might have helped you a lot.
Oh, what did that say? Night Hunter, Knife Thrower, Heartbreaker.
Do you want to change anything?
No. I've committed to my angel clowns. She hunts them with knives now. She's gone full on like
Clown
she's like,
murderer.
yeah.
In which case, 0.5.
Cool. So she does hunt angels.
No.
No. She is an angel.
No.
No. I'll stop
I
guessing.
don't know what it's called.
Just tell me.
Not gonna lie. Okay, so.
Are there any angels in this?
No.
No.
I don't know why it's called Strange Angels. I honestly don't. But basically, her dad is a hunter for supernatural creatures. She comes in from just being out one day, and she finds that her dad has been reanimated, is a zombie, and knocking on her door. So she has to kill her dad. That's how it starts out, and then she has to go on the run while she's being chased by the people who killed her dad.
Hence the 0.3.
Yeah, that's 0.3.
Cool.
We're now at 0.5 because they kill all the knives. She's proficient. She's went on loads of hunting things with her dad because she's got a sixth sense, so she can understand where things are and that kind of stuff. And she gets like tastes of oranges in her mouth every time something bad's about to happen, so it gives her like a head start to like get out of the way and stuff. Yeah, but basically she goes on the run to try and stay alive because somebody is hunting and trying to kill her. She has no idea why, but she knows it's something to do with her mum, which her dad wouldn't talk about because her mum died.
So I think I got 1.6.
1.7.
1.7.
1.7.
Hey, out of 5.
I gave you really hard ones, so.
And not too bad considering I really wasn't trying to get it right.
No, you got 1.7. Well done.
So, yeah. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to go check out Holly's channel, My Adult Life, and check out our review of this Doctor Who book. Thanks for watching. As I said, go check out Holly's video and our review. And yeah, I'll be back for more videos throughout next year. I finished my festivity videos now.
Kind of.
So kind of, I didn't really complete it, but hey.
You did a valiant effort, and I have stopped filming for the last 3 months, so I'm starting in January.
Yeah,
So-
2018.
Yeah.
Woo! Thank you for watching. Yeah, see you later. Bye.
Bye.